now it's a full on line of all kinds of bait and tackle, guns and ammo. And, today we're having a show just kind of showcasing local vendors and people from across the state as well, showing their products and trying to sell some stuff here to the local guys.
Yeah, now I'm gonna tell on you a little bit because Nathan caught my eye here because he was showing off a prize package that he has that was really cool. It was a thing he got online from Pradco, so that's really cool. And I noticed in here there's a lot of vendors, and some of them are showing off used baits or selling used baits. So I actually saw some of those little screw-tail Pradcos back there, and matter of fact, I bought 2 of them.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm getting ready to go get some more here in a minute. So it's those things are near and dear to my heart. That's hardly any better bait than a Monterey bomber sometimes, especially in the river. So that was cool. I like that thing. That's awesome.
One of the vendors here is McSweeney, and he does nothing but vintage baits. And he has a crazy selection back there. He has totes under his table if you really want to dig. And I mean, there's anything you can imagine from pre-wrap warts to old Pradco bombers and torpedoes, and about anything you can imagine back there.
Yeah, he's the one in the very back.
Yes,
yeah, I can tell you that's where I got those, and the price is right on those things. So if anyone's around, if you want to take the trek and look at it, it's worth your time because those things they're expensive online. I can tell you that. I just bought a couple of those baits online, and I paid a lot more than I just did for them. So it's cool. So what they got going here is cool. Is this their first year doing this?
This is actually the 3rd annual show.
3rd annual. Okay.
This is he opened in January 3 years ago. So this is the 3rd annual show, and it's taken off huge compared to, the first year of it. So we still had a lot of vendors and stuff, but as far as S'mores Outdoors actual stock of things, we carry full line of Spro, Folks Custom Baits from Pennsylvania, Three Brothers Baits, Get the Net Hooks, our buddy Jamie down in Chapmanville. He makes an awesome line of baits that we carry. The normal stuff: Robo Worm, Strike King, Yellow Magic, Top Waters, Seaguar line. It's really just trying to be a angler friendly place where you can come and kind of pick up whatever you need before a tournament and have still yet quality baits if you want to get.
Yeah, that's what I noticed here. There's not a lot of stuff you can find at Walmart.
Right.
So I always like that. I like tackle shops that have something different. It's a little harder to find items. And what I notice is not every tackle shop has the same stuff. So you have you can always make a day of it and go shop to shop and buy your unique baits at different places. So definitely add S'mores Outdoors to your rotation if you're looking for some unique baits that you can't get anywhere else that I've seen.
Yeah.
Was Yellow Magic. I'd not seen those before.
Yeah, Yellow Magic is tough bait to get your hands on. And also got some 6 cents bodegas. I know they sold out as soon as 6 cents started dropping them. So I was able to get my hands on some of those in a couple of orders this year and got them in. Have the 3/8 and the 4/8 in those, and we have some Three Brothers baits, another a smaller company that makes great baits, and Kitech, just about anything you want. We try to carry a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And so you fish Bass Nation. You fish the Team Trail.
Yes, sir.
Of course, I'm the secretary of Bass Nation. I'm not sure if you knew that, but have you heard about the invitationals this year?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, we're excited about that. That's pretty cool.
Yes. I'm excited about them as well.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. And then for the folks that aren't used to the Bass Nation stuff, we're really upping our game with the co-anglers this year on the qualifiers and the championship. I can tell you the championship trophy is sweet.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's nice. It's coming from MTM Recognition, the folks that do Bassmaster trophies. So it's going to be cool. We're stepping up our trophy game this year, So, I invite everyone to come out and fish with us with those. I think it'll be a good time, and I think it's going to be well worth the effort. We put a lot of work into it over the off season, and I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised at what we have to offer this year. And the trophies are pretty cool. They're also being made by MTM Recognition. I just talked to that guy yesterday, so we're trying to get him. Well, we will get him in time for the first tournament there. So it's pretty exciting. It's season just around the corner.
It won't be long at all.
Yeah. So
It's something so small. Like a lot of anglers, like I love a plaque or a trophy or something. If you can come home with anything, other than a check in an envelope or something, that's great. I love being able to come home and say, oh, this is what I got, and I think that is great to be able to have a nice trophy for tournaments like that.
Yeah, and we're going to do I think 3 places in our tournaments with trophies this year, so that'll be nice. Not just first place, but any they call it podium places, first, second, third. Yeah. So we should be pretty exciting. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Whenever we get when you get those in, I'm sure you'll see pictures of those online. So everybody can hear and stop at Smar's Outdoors on the way to Sutton for that first tournament and grab some tackle and come give it a shot, because it's going to be filling up quick. So I do encourage people to get involved early. Everything's out there, and it's going to be a good time.
Yes, I agree. I think the tournament schedule this year is great, and I'm excited to fish it.
Yeah, cool. So, how long have you been fishing?
I grew up fishing. I grew up in Bull Town, just right out here at the lake, and I fished that lake. And right out of high school, I bought my first bass boat and started getting into tournament fishing a little bit. So it's been about 11 years that I've tried to tournament fish now.
So Burnsville is kind of it's a hit and miss thing.
It's a very hit and miss thing.
I grew up fishing Burnsville from Grantsville and Calhoun County, and there's some big fish in Burnsville, and I think it's underrated for the big bass that are there.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, the biggest bass I caught in West Virginia was at Burnsville. It was like a 614, I think, on Valentine's Day in 2001. 98. No, 2008. 98, I guess. But yeah, big fish on the roadbed there.
Oh yeah.
On a deep crankbait. So if you fish Burnsville in the spring or whatever before they bring the water up, the roadbed is the place to be sometimes.
It can be
a lot of bass there from time to time. Not always, but when they are there, they're usually big. So
I think one thing crazy, like I said, I haven't fished. I've fished a little while, but just how much that lake has changed just in my lifetime. Growing up, I can remember going with my dad and my neighbor, and just, I mean, it's a totally different lake 15 years ago than what it is now. And it's not that it fishes a whole lot different, but like just the pressure over the years and this and that and the other. But there's still big fish there. You just have to find them, and they're there. It's a little sleeper, but some days you'll go out and not get a bite, and some days you'll go out and catch 15 pounds. It's just one of those things.
And I've learned there's grass there now.
There is a lot of grass that didn't used to be there.
It used to be there years ago, so that's been helpful. And I think anglers have also had to learn how to fish that grass if they want to catch bass.
Yeah.
So
yes, it used to just be, it was the water clarity was a lot different. It used to be an easier color lake. And now in August you have a couple 2-3 feet of visibility now compared to or 4 feet of visibility you used to not have any. Maybe 2 feet tops, and it's just that grass has changed the whole aspect of that lake, and the bait relate to it now, and there's a lot of emerald shiner in that lake. And it took some of your bluegill eaters and put them off the bank a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did. It's really changed. So, well, Nathan, it's good to have you. We're glad you stopped by and talked to us for a few minutes, and certainly look forward to fishing with you this year. And we'll have a good time. So no matter what happens. So.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me.
It's awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh, wow.